Well, hi everyone, and thanks for joining me once again, where today I'd like to spend just a few minutes talking to you about some new developing areas of research into and surrounding adult stem cells. Now, many of you who have been watching my channel for a while will know that specifically in the last month or so, I've become much more active in promoting a particular line of adult stem cell enhancing nutritional supplements, or dietary supplements if you like. Those who are interested after this presentation in finding out more, if it is myself who has brought this to your attention, then the address for you to get hold of me for more information is above my head. And to my right as you look at it. That's my email address there, so do feel free to drop me an email to ask for some more information should that be of interest to you. If it was somebody else who has directed your attention to this video, then I suggest you get back together with them and they will tell you the next steps you need to take in order to find out more about this fantastic product. With that said, let's now talk more generally about adult stem cells. In this case, particularly, I'm talking about the brand of adult stem cells known as CD34 plus adult stem cells. They reside normally in your bone marrow, and they are, if you like, tied to the bone marrow structure. If you think of the bone marrow structure as a tree, if you think of the adult stem cell as a balloon tied to that tree, that's probably a good analogy. When it is time for your bone marrow to release an adult stem cell, basically what happens is the balloon will replicate itself. It will divide into two, and so there'll be a cell that's left behind that is the blueprint cell, if you like, and there'll be a daughter cell, which is a brand new adult stem cell, which contains all the information required to do all sorts of amazing things, actually. An adult stem cell of the CD34 plus type has been shown by research to be able to differentiate into basically any cell in the human body and replace cells that are in need of replacement for reasons of wear or tear or breakdown of any kind. The only thing that these cells cannot become is sperm cells and egg cells. So pretty much they are able to become anything else and replace cells that need replacing. That's well understood. We've known about that for a number of years now. That is the basis on which this fantastic product hinges. Basically, this is a product which is an extract from a particular blue-green cyanobacter that grows in a particular lake in North America. It is purified and concentrated. A specific extract is used, and it's an L-selectin ligand. Now, L-selectin is the protein that ties the stem cell to the tree of the bone marrow, and so the L-selectin ligand, or ligator actually, cuts that cord and lets that stem cell float off into the bloodstream. As we age, our ability to release adult stem cells goes down. That's kind of programmed into our DNA. It's part of the aging process. It's supposed to happen. This product basically, I guess, resets or in effect returns our ability to release those adult stem cells to a point when we were much more young and full of the youth spring, I guess, for want of a better term. So we can therefore circulate more adult stem cells and give our body the resources it needs to replace damaged tissues, etc. So that's what we've already known for quite a while. There is, however, now a much more exciting, I think, actually, and emergent area of research. I've been doing a bit of a search on it for the last few days or so prior to making this video, and there is now a dizzying array of articles available on your favorite academic search engine. If you search for CD34 plus adult stem cells and exosomes, you will find some very, very interesting stuff. And that's the topic of today's discussion. Okay, what is an exosome? Well, an exosome is, if you like, a miniature cell It's a packet of information. There is no cell nucleus. There are no cell organelles. It's not a cell. It's much smaller than a cell, but it's kind of like a package of information that's wrapped up in a phospholipid bilayer situation, and it is extruded from the cell, and it then will float through the fluid surrounding the cell, and it will communicate with adjacent cells. So what we're finding out now in the research is that these adult stem cells, while they can differentiate and do differentiate into all sorts of new cells, prior to that, they are actually able to exude vast numbers of these exosomes and send packages of information from cell to cell surrounding them. So if the adult stem cell encounters a tissue that is in need of assistance in some way, all the machinery, all the code, it's actually bits of RNA and microRNA and DNA and things that can be sent off as a care package, if you like, as a repair package for a damaged cell, multiple damaged cells, in fact. And these adult stem cells can exude these packets of information, which are then accepted by adjacent cells, incorporated into their own structure. Then the RNA, DNA can start replicating, doing its thing. And so basically what we're suggesting here is that adult stem cells can induce what's called neovascularization, or the growth of new blood vessels, if they are required for tissues that may be short on oxygen or other supplies that blood normally brings. Adult stem cells have been shown to counteract the effect of various sorts of leukemia and various cancers by sending messages to those cancerous cells to downregulate their activity, to discourage what they're doing. Certainly, adult stem cells have been shown to be mediators of anti-inflammatory effect by signaling cells that are experiencing a chronic or unwanted inflammatory situation, to calm that situation down, to act as the ambulances arriving to downregulate all those pro-inflammatory cytokines and those kinds of things. There are messages that are sent to cardiac tissue post myocardial infarction or heart attack, if you like. They've been shown to be helpful after strokes, those kind of things. So while we've known for a very long time that adult stem cells are involved in replicating replacement cells, what we weren't really so au fait with that we now are is that adult stem cells are actually communicators. They will go to where they are required, and by some dizzying mechanism that we are still yet to quite pin down as scientists, these cells know exactly what information is required, exactly what care package is required of what DNA, RNA, whatever it is. What do those cells need? And it just knows what that is. It packages that up and it sends it off. It exudes that in huge numbers out surrounding the cell, and those exosomes will then be incorporated by the damaged cells, the unhappy cells, to once again make them happy. So the take-home message is the more adult stem cells you can have circulating, obviously within limits. There is such a thing as too much of a good thing. But the more you can encourage your bone marrow to undertake the normal natural process of releasing adult stem cells, much more like the way in which you did when you were a much, much younger person, the better. We believe we have the world's premier product to hand in order to achieve that. As I say, if you are interested in more information about how to encourage your bone marrow to release your stem cells using this fantastic product line, then please do contact me at the email above my head. Or as I said earlier, if somebody else introduced you to this video, please do get back with them and ask them what to do next. Where do I get more information? How do I learn more about this? How do I get hold of this fantastic product? And that person will be more than happy, I'm sure, to assist you with any queries or concerns that you may have about it. So there you go. That is the news in terms of the developing research. into CD34 plus adult stem cells and their ability to communicate to vast numbers of cells surrounding themselves without differentiating, and to mediate and moderate all sorts of complaints. That's what's happening in the news today. So those that are interested in doing their own search on your favorite academic journal search engine, as I say, the search term I used was CD34 plus adult stem cells and exosomes. So there you go. Hope you've enjoyed today's short presentation. I hope you learned something from it that you didn't know before. And let's get out there and let as many people that you know about this as well, because this is information that I feel people need to understand. This could potentially have a massive impact on the lives of every single person that you know, I'm quite sure. Okay, otherwise have a great day. See you later.